And that's because I'm Dan.
Yeah. Well, I'm Nick, folks.
Ah.
Ah.
Together we form
this unlikely duo. We're here, we're there, we just do it. We're the
Unpanderers. Unpandas.
I actually wrote a summary for us today.
Summary of what? Your daily activities?
No, what we do.
Oh, okay.
This episode, this show, everything we do. It's like we're old lovers who grew apart, but then came back together, but they recently switched genders. But I was the man, and you were the woman. Now, you're the woman, and I'm the man. Anyway, it's really awkward, because it's like, we used to be lovers. What are we now? I don't even know.
Once you throw something away, you can't go through the trash to pull it back out. It's never the same.
But don't you try.
The spaghetti sauce, you just smear to the side a little bit.
Spaghetti sauce makes it nice.
Mm-hmm. By spaghetti sauce, I mean blood.
Liquor,
blood.
because this is a 21 and older podcast, 18 and older podcast. Everything we say can't be used against us. Who cares in law?
Doesn't matter.
Court of law, sue us. Everything's fake.
It's in the subtitles. Check the transcript. You're not allowed to do anything we don't want you to.
Exactly. Disseminate.
Yeah.
Not ready to go. We're ready to go.
True opinions. Feels so
done?
good. I'm pretty relaxed. Yeah. What? You got anything fresh or topical? Anything new you got going on? Got nothing.
Not really.
You got nothing.
No, nothing new. I don't have a topical section anymore. Our whole podcast is topical in my heart.
Oh.
Although this tracksuit might be topical and a smirk smile. Do you know what today's date is? It's a real question. I have no idea. It's either the 4th or the 5th.
4th.
Okay.
Cool. I was like, there's nothing special about today's
one or
date.
the other. I can't
That's
tell.
when we first met, Nick. Don't you remember? You slammed into a locker.
Don't you remember? Screaming. Anyway, it's a very famous day for workout gear because people are getting back in shape. You know,
wow. Oh, yeah.
Resolutions.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed, but my boobs have grown in. I've probably gained like 15 pounds since this podcast started.
It's like an A&a-half cup.
It is. I'm used to being a below A cup. And I'm wearing this to remind myself, work out soon.
Double A, yep.
I thought I was going to start working out the 1st, but I had alcohol poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
Won't get into that. Then I thought I was going to work out the 2nd, but it was freezing cold. Then there was the past couple days I've been busy. And I honestly, I have been looking on Reddit and stuff, and people who lose weight, gain weight, that's what I do.
Yeah, cyclic, yep.
Most of them tend to lose the weight towards the warmer, sunnier weather.
Oh, so you're going to hold off until you get closer to summer.
No, it's literally what I do. I can't even fight it. Like, I tend to get fatter around October, and I always grow my hair out, I grow a beard, I don't know what it is. And then around March, April, I actually start running again, and I lose weight. And it happens every year. It's like I'm some sort of animal that can't break the cycle.
That's so odd. What's odd is that I've been
losing
weight.
It's not odd because it's isn't that natural? Like, depression, like, light makes you happier, move more, hotter weather,
the
longer
seasonal
days.
affective disorder or whatever. You
Yeah, SAD. I'm like 100% sure I have that. For real.
The part that's odd is that I've been losing weight during the winter.
Ooh, weirdo. Maybe it's reverse sad.
Yeah, and I have not exercised in about a month.
Hepatitis, appetite, pretension. We call it happy. It's reverse sad.
It's programming for like hours on end without eating. I'm hungry and I'm just like, no body. I don't need you.
Interesting.
You'll wither away. My brain will survive. I'll be that little Kuatu from Total Recall. Kuatu!
So
just be a brain.
Another man's torso?
My own torso would wither away into a tiny, frail body. I think he's got little arms.
Some hands coming out.
And I'm just programming on a keyboard.
It'll be good for you. I think it'll be good for you.
Yeah, it'll be a step up.
Another energy drink, human.
Isn't that like Dennis Quaid or something? Like, who's the stomach? The guy is like a generic. He must have passed away. You don't see him anymore, that actor.
No, I think it's a generic one, but it's
one.
There was a Quaid in that movie or someone. Oh, his name's Quaid. Jesus,
Is
Arnold's name.
Oh no, is it
Quaid.
Quaid?
You think this is the real Quaid? Ha 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 ha! It is. He shoots. It's a genius. It's such a good
I love those.
anti-hologram move. Shout out Arnold. I follow him on Snapchat. I think he started checking out the podcast. I can't prove it, but we got some hits from California,
Nice.
and A-Dog checking out the Panders.
Sweet.
Thank you, Arnold. So,
Awesome.
just saying.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
Finally, we're getting the ball rolling. We're up to 9 subscribers.
We're up to corrections and things you may want to rehash.
Fix from last
wrong.
time. Well, I
Been a
would
while.
like to throw out
Been a
a
while.
tongue twister, actually.
You have one.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I want to
It's
say.
usually my thing. But
Oh, really? Am I taking this from you?
let's see how good it is. Let's wait and see how
Okay.
good it
Well,
is.
it's two words, two simple words.
Ooh, damn.
Like
Love a
oil,
two-word twist.
oilier owl, oilier owl.
Like a more oily owl.
Yes.
The two-word version.
Yeah.
Right? A more oily owl. An oilier 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 owl.
You have to
an
think
oilier
about it.
owl.
I could feel how hard you're thinking about it.
Dude, that was the hardest I ever did. What I had to do was pretend I was starting two
different
separate
words.
I was starting 9 words in my brain.
It gets in your head, doesn't it?
Anyway, but I did pretty good
Mm-hmm.
considering that was a toughie. That was a good one.
I was gonna throw an oligarchy in there too, just to throw a.
Oily owl oligarch.
Oh, it did it.
Sense. I messed up just saying
It
it
doesn't.
once.
It doesn't make sense.
No,
But Sally
no,
sells
no.
she sells by the seashore. I guess that does make sense. And still, the surly seamen start to secretly.
I'm waiting for the end of that one.
Well, you can figure that one out. You can get the back to me when you figure out the end of that.
So, anything new? Like, I hate my family. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't have to see my family for this this holiday. We just relaxed. and watched movies.
Immediate. Like,
Immediate family?
the
Oh,
ones I
direct
see
family?
every day. Yeah.
No.
You know, you go through modes some days where you hate everyone.
Yeah, and you just want to be left alone, but they say you got to change their diaper and you got to clean
And that's
up.
just
and
your
why
wife,
did you do that? Yeah.
right?
Or your son's
Folks?
bitching. He's bitching. He's just crying. Which, when he sees this in the future, I love you. I love you, little man. But you're crying like a bitch today.
I don't. But you're not my son. My son, if you're watching, Jesus Christ, I love you, obviously. I don't know if Dan's son. Let's not get crazy here.
Oh,
I mean, I might. What if I married your son in the future? Turns out everyone's gay. It's the year 2034. I've chosen a younger...
I'm going through
more
so many
virulent-
scenarios in my head, and none of them turn out good. And it's like I've run through like 98 scenarios, and they're all terrible. They've all failed.
Well, listen, the father of the bride has to pay for the wedding, so pony up, pony
Yeah.
up.
You're saying that?
I'm older. Just-
Yeah.
I'm older. He's
Huh.
not. I don't know. We're not.
He's gonna be manlier than you.
I'm sure he will. But that's all right. I'm the elder statesman. You know, the good-looking one.
Yeah.
Like I say good-looking, but I meant like
Refined.
eloquent one.
Yeah.
Eloquent. Yeah, thank you. Wow. He's good. We're spot on
Yeah.
today.
Yep.
All right. So my correction, I really did want to drop this real quick. In a previous episode, I mentioned that Mountain Dew causes lower sperm count. That's the most ridiculous thing. It started back in the 80s, 90s. I don't know what it was. It's very urban based. I think it started in the inner cities. It's not true. Breaking into a dental lab and shooting x-rays into your crotch over and over and over after a night of heavy drinking and laughing with your friends and catching it on your cell phones, that will lower your sperm count. So I'm just wanted to clarify.
So if you lowered it enough, or you're good, right? You don't need a condom. I think that's how it works, right?
I thought it just made them like
A little sideways.
a little sideways sperm. I mean, they're not gonna make it to the egg, right? They swim a little crooked. I don't know.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
true? They swim worse.
I figure
okay.
if it gets like really screwed up, then it could like latch onto the back of one healthy one, And then they battle
only
the
one
edge.
gets in. Hold
Yeah.
on. So what does he do? Catapult over his shoulder?
He strangles him. Yeah, he strangles him right as he gets to the, I want to say corona of the egg, but that's probably not right.
Yeah, the corona.
Yeah. As one sperm just, and he kills the other one.
I'm not even kidding. I would probably legit watch like a Planet Earth documentary that was an hour long, and it was just a sperm's journey to the egg.
It's like Survivor
A
inside
little
the human
bit,
body.
but I think it's also like a space, like sci-fi type thing. Like, do you think? Because how big are the sperm compared to the egg? It's like
It's massive.
It would be like us running into like, I don't know, the city of Compton. I picked the first city that wasn't my city. Chicago? I would pick the C word. Like, would it be that big? It's not that big, right? It's a little smaller than that.
I kind of want to look this up right now because I feel like it's. I probably like. I feel like.
How cool would it be when there's like hundreds and thousands of other sperms like breathing heavy? I know they don't breathe, but that would be really cool. And just like in slow mo, like swimming to your left and to your right, and you're cresting this ridge, and you just see it, and it's like they came upon it suddenly. It's like Morgan Freeman's voice. He's like, they came and they saw the Holy Grail, and it's like they're still swimming in slow mo. Like I think you could break that down to like 10 minutes for me. Get some really good lighting effects and like super HD.
You need to add faces to them though. Give
yeah,
personalities.
You could draw squiggly faces on them. Our bio teacher did, right? The happy sperm.
I think he did. Is there a sad sperm?
I think they were all happy.
I think they're all happy.
They all were happy. And sperm.
I mean, for a few minutes anyway.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This could make it last pretty long. Hold up, they can last in your body for like 2 days, can't they?
Yeah, it's 48 hours.
Ooh.
That's something I didn't look up, but that's what.
Hey, now you got a
son.
son. Great, good on you.
Yeah. I timed it. It's 46 hours. I tried.
He's a 50-hour. He just carry around.
He's a marathoner.
He's a 50-hour kid. What does that mean? Scratching your eye on a podcast is probably bad. Look,
Yeah.
Oh, that felt
Tweak
great.
your eye the other way.
Woo! I'm like alive again for the first time in my life.
I do have a topical thing that I've been watching Black Mirror because that released on Netflix.
You used to talk to me about Black Mirror a long time ago, and I still haven't seen one episode. And I'm like,
I'm not persuasive.
is it season 3 or 4?
I think it's 4 now.
Everyone talks about it, and it's about technology is bad, and a Black Mirror is a device turned off, obviously. I mean, I realize that just talking about the name and the fact that every episode apparently has technology being bad. I didn't see it. I've never seen it.
I always took it as like Black Mirror, like you're trying to look at something and it's supposed to reflect you, but it doesn't.
Well,
like it twists.
But that's what a thing off does, doesn't it?
I suppose.
Like you looking at a technological thing which you made, so it is a mirror. I don't know. Whatever. I don't watch a goddamn show. Anyway, how which episode did you watch? Because I know they have names. I see them floating around the ethers.
I will say that the first season was so, but the one episode I just watched.
Again,
in
is
the
it
fourth
season 3 or 4? Or what is it?
Four. So it's brand new episodes. So this is a spoiler alert. If you're not on to like the fourth,
don't give me like
episode.
a total spoiler.
No, it's a little bit.
Okay, a little spoiler.
It's like a fraction of an episode. In one of the episodes, they download someone's conscious. I can't say it.
Folks, sounds like an episode of the Panders. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, well, we're screwed. So it's right into someone else's brain, so you can't turn them off, and you just constantly hear your wife telling you what you did wrong. Yeah, that's exactly the feeling. Like the moment you realize that this is not a good idea. She won't shut up. She keeps commenting. She won't stop.
Does someone else's consciousness control you at all, or just commentary?
You just hear them constantly.
Oh.
That's the worst.
I'm gonna do stuff they hate.
Are
you gonna grab that ugly wiener of yours and pull on it? I am now. You know what I mean? Like just whatever. Just I'm gonna rip it off. I don't give a damn. Just stuff that I can't believe it. Can't believe she said that. I hate my girlfriend.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful,
Sorry,
Nick. Don't worry about it.
Diversion. We
gorgeous.
went too far.
Your relationship is gorgeous.
It sure is. Oh, crap. I caught myself looking at myself.
And now you're stuck.
No. Well, So I'll tell the podcast. I'm trying to stop this. This is a behavior pattern of mine that I've noticed since I grew long hair. I've noticed this.
Oh, yeah.
When I tend to get drunkish, stop trying to one-up me. You're not going to one-up this.
I know what you're about to say, though.
I touch my hair when I get really drunkish.
Yeah. Whenever you're attracted to somebody?
No, Jesus, no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when when the drinks I'm drinking start flowing through me, the more drink I am, the more I end up touching my hair. I'm like, oh man, whoa! You'll see me in some episodes where I'm like, this is insane. And now I look back and I'm like, oof.
It's a lot of hair on tip
hand
contact.
action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You do have nice hair. I'm not gonna lie to the podcast.
Thank you. It's a little. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's good.
I mean, listen. It's good.
I'll take. Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
not
Thank you very much.
It's very nice. It's nice.
I'll take it in.
Mine's almost like hockey mullet. Like, it's getting good.
It's getting there. Yeah, you'll be good by playoffs.
It's a shame the Flyers won't be there.
They seemed good at the beginning, but they faded.
I actually don't watch them anymore. I do look at the highlights all the time and read their tweets from the people. Hey, we're not going to go there. Word of the day. I'm going to do it for y'all.
Did you skip a section?
Do you want to go back?
I'll let you go.
Which section would that be?
I don't know. I added a section. Jesus Christ. Usually we do. You can do word of the day. Go ahead.
Taradiddle, folks.
Taradiddle?
Oh, yeah.
Taradiddle?
It's a little taradiddle.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I was hanging with my homies. I did a little taradiddle. They didn't care because they knew it was very little. It's a fib or a lie that's like pretentious nonsense. Kind of like how the Joker is, like Batman's the Joker in comics. Not like Heath Ledger's the Joker. That was a little darker.
Oh, taradiddle. Interesting. I do like it. I had to look it up because I didn't believe it. If you look at images, I'm curious what you get.
The Joker show up? That would be cool.
No, it's a picture of a dinosaur holding a briefcase. It's a taradiddle.
That's a taradiddle if I ever heard one.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Going to work, son. Dad will be extinct forever. Going to work, son. That'd be a great meme, you know?
I had a word too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pronounce it because I've only read it. An old ullage.
What is it?
Ullage. Ullage. It's the amount by which a container falls short of being full. So it's the remainder. It's a crazy definition.
Word. I imagine that's ullage.
Ullage. Maybe ullage.
It just sounds more German or something. I don't know, but it sounds ullage.
Maybe.
How much ullage is left?
Maybe you're like
you mean room until she's full, Captain?
You could be eligible, like you need something. Like,
you're eligible.
I'm an eligible bachelor.
You're eligible. And you're eligible, and you are.
You need to be filled.
You're all eligible for this much, and they look in the corner. This much.
It's a fat guy trying to turn around.
Interesting.
I like that. That word just stands out whenever I.
Okay.
Yeah, it just pops right in there.
I mean,
it's definitely unique.
There's one segment we do every week that people talk about.
I can't get enough.
People will literally.
They disrupt me.
They'll cut themselves with their keys at weird spots and just start screaming. And then everyone turns and looks at what's going on. And the other people start cutting themselves. And they're screaming. Next thing you know, the entire bank line is filled with people cutting themselves, people screaming, the security guy's looking over, he's screaming, now someone else walks in, the clerk is screaming, and the bank hits the emergency alarm, and I say, guys,
I'd like to make a deposit.
And it's just
Celebrity challenge. Man,
I love them.
I do enjoy them.
Get enough celebrity challenges.
Who
Can't get enough.
might be the focus?
I don't even know.
Wow.
David Spade and David Schwimmer have a chocobo race.
Chocobo?
Chocobo, yeah, like from Final Fantasy.
I have no idea what that is. Explain to our viewers what that is, so they will know.
If you've ever played Final Fantasy, more than several hours, as you all know, Final Fantasy VII stops counting at 99 hours and 99 minutes and 99 seconds. We all know. I know.
Yeah. Yep. I knew that one.
A couple gold chocobos. Not one. Two. Anyway, a chocobo is something like a cross between an ostrich, a chicken, and a horse. It's an adorable creature, and they can walk over certain... Green ones can walk over land, blue ones can walk over water, gold ones can walk over whatever the F-bomb they wanna. You have to race them and breed them, and give them the right leaps. Get their attributes up. Anyway, I think
How do you spell
Spade and
Chocobo?
David Schwimmer are always talking about how they play fantasy games, and I feel like everyone plays Final Fantasy. Everyone loves chocobos. Let's go full bore and do this for charity. So, if you guys face each other in a race, you can even pick which Final Fantasy.
Emu?
Yeah,
Or
it's
digital,
like an emu,
digital
a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Whoever wins will donate the proceeds to whatever charity they want. I don't care what charity. I don't really care how expensive it is, as long as it's under.
So 100 meter dash on a pseudo Yakubo?
Mm-hmm.
Chocobo.
I say it. I mean, you could
Is that
say
a
Yakubo.
J or a CH or a
CH. You didn't look up like
Chocobo?
Jacobo, did you?
Jacobo, I don't know, some Italian guy
What's
popped up.
Jacobo? An Italian guy kept showing up? And you thought I was talking about the
I saw a
Italian
screen
guy?
full of Italian men, and I'm just like, man, they have to ride that guy to the finish.
Shoot.
Oh, man. That's embarrassing. Oh, they have a lineage. It's like we're up to like 13. There's so many freaking Jacobos.
The Italian guy or the Chocobos?
Jacobos.
Okay, that's cool. I'm down with that.
It's weird that I played that game and I don't remember that at all. I remember it in the movie, though. The preview to the movie that I never watched.
Which one? The Spirit movie or whatever?
Spirit. It's not the one with all the like. They always talked about the hair. Like the hair was so graphically generated and beautiful that it took months to generate how it looked.
No, months. I like how that.
On
months,
just the hair.
literally.
And it's just like you have like one guy that's just like, and that scene took like 15, maybe 16 days.
Well,
What took me 2 seconds to do. Fantastic. I wanted to interject another. Well,
go ahead, because I had the next thing I wanted to mention.
Oh.
It's a product plug, but it's not a big deal.
okay.
Actually, here it's
a pretty
real
big
quick.
deal.
They're
It's a
tied
pretty big
together.
deal.
Do you want to throw back Thursday?
It is Thursday, and I'd like to throw back
We
it.
don't do a lot. Okay, throwback your throwback. Let's see it. I'll do it first. Here, listen.
Go.
Do you remember when you used to go to parties that like mostly white women wearing like heels and like red heels and like housewives? They didn't even have lives in the 70s and 80s. They would just stay at the house and fix things in the house. They're the ones who bought microwaves. They're the ones who thought vacuum cleaners would change the world. They're the ones who would make fruitcakes and like weird pies and like jello molds. Like they would always do new stuff because they were going insane living at home, doing nothing.
Yeah, going out of their minds.
Right, so they did crazy stuff. Does anyone remember lemon pigs? Come on.
Lemon pigs?
Lemon pigs. So you go to a party, they'd have a lemon, you cut the mouth, you put cloves for the eyes, you toothpick feet, no? lemon pig. Anyway, stuff like that. It didn't. Lemon pig was just one example, but
Like craft
in general.
night. Like a craft night, or just nutty?
Well, I'm just whatever. They would do it whenever. I'm just remembering all the old school things. I came upon a lemon pig recipe, etc. recently, but just they used to do so many crazy housey things that didn't even make sense. Oh, this guy typing in lemon pig to check it out. Check it out, dude.
Wow, that's.
Yeah, you like that?
It's actually better than I thought it would look.
I know, right? Which does that one have a coin or no?
Coin?
Yeah, does that have a coin in its mouth?
No, it doesn't.
That's a New Year's lemon pig. Don't even, trust me, I got deep in the lemon pig world.
Shit.
I'm too deep. Real quick, before you even get your throwback in, I do want to do my product plug.
Sure.
I've been following this product on this crazy ride since 2010.
Hope it's Bitcoin.
It's not.
Oh.
It's a little better because this is an emotional Bitcoin. This one's a Twitter account called @MoltenFunk. Check it out, everyone. I know you're saying to myself, that's me. That's Nick. Why is he plugging himself? I'm not just plugging myself. This is a real Twitter account that affects me on the day-to-day. Recently, he released one of his more popular tweets on New Year's Day. It was, I don't curse online, but it's effing lemon pig up in here. And he posted his own lemon pig.
Wow.
And it's pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see what kind of stats this guy got. Like, is he famous? Twitter account? I don't know. How many people saw the lemon pig? 35,798. How many people clicked on the picture? 1,912. Not as many, but you know. We have lick clinks, 269. Holy smokes.
269.
How many likes? 211. How many retweets? 37. This guy, it seems like he's pretty legit. So I did a little background work. I looked up Molten Funk. I've been following him for years. The guy's funny as hell. I actually got a hold of the lemon pig.
That's the one that's in the picture right here. What the hell? Did you copy one online, or is that the one?
Who knows?
Let me see the tail. I only see the. Do you have a tail on that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's the same fucking one.
Oil wrapped up. Like
Holy
that.
shit!
Yeah, check out that.
Holy
butt.
shit! Wait, click on
Like
this
that
link. Lemon Pig Twitter. That's exactly what I'm looking at right now.
Aren't you?
Top
Look at
Google.
Look at these eyes.
Oh, this is at 70s party. Wrong one. You copied this.
Well, I mean, I used their formula. Yes. Wait. It was at 70s party?
Yep.
That's whose thing I copied and pasted. And that's where I got all these hits.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Small world,
Wow.
baby. Anyway, I'm going to tell you folks. Lemon Pig. Molten Funk. Lemon Pig. What more can I say?
It's a new fad. Begin the fad again.
I guess. Do you want to hear something really funny?
Wow. Lemon Pig.
So, I was getting, like, my phone was blowing up. Like, I was getting all these notifications because no one thinks I'm very funny on the internet. And apparently when I made a lemon pig as a joke for my goddamn son, my phone was blowing up. And I was like, everyone loves the lemon pig. And everyone was like, I don't care. What are you talking about? And I was like, let's all... And then my son started playing with it. And they were like, he loves it. And I'm like, okay. He's like, lemon pig, smell this. And he would smell the ham. And he was smelling the bacon. And I was like, this is ridiculous. It's like I'm in a movie. How is it my son pretending lemon pig is smelling the things that are made of pig? So I told everyone at the party we should all make a lemon pig. And I made like 6 lemon pigs. There's like 6 lemon pigs upstairs. This is the original. This is the good one. But
no, that story makes me feel real good. I don't know what it is, but
it's like the lemon pig.
This is the scent of
Literally,
lemon just like filled my brain. And
my most famous thing I've done on the internet now is lemon pig.
Oh yeah.
And it's not that famous, but it's more famous than anything else I've written. And it's almost like I'm ashamed of it, but I'm like, oh, that's lemon pig.
The happy homemaker.
I guess, dude. I was making it as a joke, I guess. Whatever.
You know what you have to do?
I can't make another lemon pig. It's not going to get any hits. Like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Well, we have a new segment. So the segment includes either one of the three. It's either something awesome you saw, something that was just daily annoyingness, or the Reddit repost, which you could post it on Reddit as the lemon pig, and I guarantee someone will either hate it immensely or love it.
Here's the issue. See this coin? It's a good luck thing. You do it on New Year's Eve or New Year Day
So you
for good
missed
luck for the year.
opportunity by 3 days.
Well, I mean, I did the Twitter opportunity. I was tweet. That's probably why it took off on Twitter.
Why don't you make it a nickel and just say it's like a 4 days later lemon pig?
5 days later. For
Every
the 5th of January for the 5-cent piece lemon pig. It doesn't have the same ring, but I hear you. Oh, look at it.
You keep going though. I mean, there's $2 pieces, right?
So I had one Reddit hit too. This happened like 4 weeks ago. It's my big
that's what
hit.
I'm leaning on.
Right. So I edited the post. As y'all know on Reddit, you can edit a post. I had something like hundreds
People
of
shit
hits,
on you for promoting.
whatever.
Yeah, you
So I
did.
wrote. Also, if you guys are bored, check out the Panders, whatever. And the funniest thing is, like 5 minutes later, it was response like, "LOL, nah." I was like, "That's rude, sir. You don't know if this is a great channel or not."
Internet trolls. I posted 2 questions to Reddit. What was like?
Did you get some hits?
No, the funny thing is, like, it was just an Ask Reddit, so I posted, like, what's the one thing that you would like to disprove? Like, the people who say they have, like, oh, they made so much money here, or they tell you a story that's completely outlandish.
Or Christianity? Ooh, that's dark.
No, I was just like, what's on Reddit that you want to disprove? So I posted that.
Wait,
and
did you... Today's Reddit?
No, that was yesterday.
It may have showed up in my Today feed. I didn't read all of them. But anyway, I saw the headline, I think. Yeah, I think I saw the headline.
Huh, maybe it's popular now. I need to check it out. But the first thing that happened was I got downvoted.
The result was, but good.
The first thing that happened, I got downvoted. I had 0 likes. I was like,
that's awesome. When
there
you
must be
download it right away.
Yeah, there must be a bot out there that's just like, we don't want to hear your topic. Like they're just trying to promote something.
Everything's a group, a cult. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't put your time in, like this guy's showing up from where? He's got like 5 posts. F him. Let's F him.
I think when people look back at this time, like from 2015 to like 2020, they're gonna say it's like the half decade of the bot. Like they're gonna find out that like everything that's controlled is now computer related, and now it's like all the likes, all the Twitter looks, and all that stuff is all pure bot AI.
Interesting. We're almost at our subject of the evening. And I like how we made the episode nice and concise, but we didn't even get to scenario.
Yeah. I do have a scenario for you.
Let me feel it with my... I'm going to go blind here. Good.
Okay. So it's pretty easy. You have 3 options. It's either you're stuck with a permanent facial expression. You can either smile all the time, frown all the time, or have no emotion at all. So what do you choose for the rest of your life?
No emotion at all.
You become a normie?
Yeah. It would be boring as hell, but like think of it. If I'm smiling all the time and someone's like, "Your son, he came to us, he's been charred. Here are his remains."
Convict this man. Convict this man. You'd be in the courtroom just like...
And then I was thinking of this one. "Oh, baby, you like that? Baby, you like that?" You're frowning because you picked frown. "Yeah, I know you like that. I like that sick stuff." And I'm like this.
So if I were to cut out neutral expression, what would you pick?
I guess happy. I'd rather live. Yeah, happy. You know why? Because I feel like the inverse reactions are gonna balance out. Where like I do crazy things,
positive
one way or the
energy
other,
or whatever.
But the everyday, day-to-day stuff, if someone sees you smile, it kind of cheers them up. So I'm doing more cheering up on the in-between stuff, and like my interaction with the bank teller, where I'm like,
You're constantly...
I mean, like I'm like, oh, that's cool, and maybe they smile. Although they see me week after week after week, and I always smile. That's weird too.
You hit the curve where you finally become normal,
Creep,
and then abnormal.
And then they're like, "What's going on with this guy?"
Yeah, this guy's too regular. That's like when I worked at...
Hey, Trump declared war on Korea.
Which Korea?
South?
Oh, no.
Dude, you could play off every one. You know he declared war, right? On what? Himself? Because you gotta keep smiling. And they're like, oh, this guy, he's just a crazy. You can make a joke of everything.
There was a guy.
Honey, you didn't pay any of the bills this month. I'm going to. I don't know. Good. There's a guy who always smiled or frowned. Or
No. There was a guy at Pizza Hut. We never knew his intentions. He would always order.
When you worked at Pizza Hut?
Yeah, this is back decades ago.
Big Sexy?
Big Sexy? No. Was
You
I?
answered the phone one time and said, this is Big Sexy, and then hung up or something like ridiculous that teenagers do when they work at Pizza Hut.
No. He would come in. He'd physically be at. We had this little window that was like for walk-up orders, which is weird now that I think about it, in Pizza Hut. But he would he would always order a personal pan pizza, which is like the smallest pizza you could buy, with very specific ingredients, which would be like a green pepper and sausage and something else. But he...
You don't remember? Really?
I think it might have been bacon. But he would always order that. Every day. He'd come in. And we'd always be like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, you know, you see the smile every day, you're like, in the beginning you think, you know, that's novel. But after a while you're just like, he's got some issue. You know, he's got a problem.
This is great. This guy's amazing. And after a while you're like, this is the most effed up thing I've ever experienced my entire
The happiest part of that story is that he was actually ordering that for his son because his son would only eat personal pan pizzas that had those toppings. So he ordered the same thing every day for his son for about a month until his son was tired of them. So he's actually...
Wait, this is like a 30 days is a long time. I'll give you that.
Yeah. We
Especially
were
in
like...
teenage time, like, right.
And he never said anything about his son until like the last week. And then we're all like,
oh,
man!
The first day, he was like, I'm just getting this pizza. It's for my son, by the way. Like a drill tweet. Like, I'm getting this ear medication.
I think it...
For my uncle, by the way. And no one will get that joke.
I think it took like one of the jerks in the restaurant to be like, so what's your fascination with personal pan pizzas with sausage and bacon and green peppers? And he's like, it's for my son. He's an Indian guy, so I can't see the Indian accent because that's offensive. But
that's racist.
He was an Indian guy, I'm not going to lie.
No, it's racist. You don't know if he was. He could have had Indian-ish features. It doesn't mean he's Indian.
I did say sausage, so he probably isn't really Indian.
Oh, touche. Man's a fraud. So now you're calling this man a fraud.
I don't know when Hinduism really kicks in. If they're under a certain age, they're allowed to imbibe.
He is a son, so right.
Huh. That's pensive. There's a lot of pensive thoughts going on in my brain right now. Let me be more pensive.
All right, we better skip to the
Smarter Smile.
Jesus, no. It's 40.
You forgot the Smirker Smile.
No. Mine was I'm wearing exercise gear because I'm fat.
That's the Smirker Smile?
Yeah, it's also topical, I guess. I don't know. I did want to work out today, but it's like 5 degrees and I shoveled a lot.
Yeah, it's actually really cold here too.
Good. I'm glad. In fact,
I can almost not go outside. I have to wear my winter jacket like 2 times a year, and this is the second day, so I'm kind of tired of it.
Texas. Oof. I think I'm moving out, dude. Maybe somewhere south where it's warm.
I do have a Smirker Smile, but I'll delay it until next week, and then I also have a contingent product plug, which is fascinating.
I mean, you can do them. We can. You know what? This episode doesn't even end up.
It's gonna go too long. It's gonna go too long. Let's just move on. I know.
So, follower of the show, Dildan, said to me, quote unquote, I really like the show. I was listening to Not So Great Rulers, and you guys take so long to get to the main subject.
No shit, because we're talking about other stuff. Fuck you, Dildan.
And I said, that's a good point, and I think we'll try and be more expedient. We haven't been.
No, we like to take our time.
We aren't going to be.
A little foreplay.
We're pleasure delayers. Is that what you'd say we are?
Yeah. Exuberant pleasure delayers.
Like from the movie Vanilla Sky.
I don't.
You're a pleasure delayer.
Is that in the movie? I don't think that's in the movie.
Yes.
Are you sure? Is she saying that to Tom Cruise, or is Tom Cruise saying that to her?
She says it to Tom Cruise. You're a pleasure delayer. She's
probably. Is she topless? Because I couldn't pay attention to her words at that point.
No, but she is one of the more gorgeous things going on.
Oh my gosh.
Can we agree?
What's our main topic? I forgot already.
See? Let's move on to the main topic for Dildan, who, by the way, he won't drink Coca-Cola because of one of the ingredients in there is made by people of the Jewish faith, and he thinks it might be Zionist. This is him.
What's the ingredient?
Well, do you know there are two guys that know the formula that goes into Coca-Cola? Exactly.
I heard there was one of them that tried to sell it to Pepsi, but he got arrested.
I don't know anything about that. I'm going to skirt over it like I didn't hear it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's two guys, and they both know the formula. Half the formula. I forget how this goes. I've been drinking. Let me touch my hair to prove it. I don't know the formula, but apparently it's super secret. Only two people in the world know it. It's locked in like this vault that needs two people to open it. Guy one and guy two.
Yeah, they're like puzzle pieces.
Dan thinks that one of these guys has an agenda, and he's making us all believe further in Israel or Zion, or I don't know. He goes on and on. I can't listen to the guy. But he only drinks Pepsi. This is the weird part. So he fell in love with Crystal Pepsi, right?
Oh, that disappeared a while ago.
He still buys it off eBay.
Wow, that's got to be 10 years, 20 years old.
It doesn't matter. And this is the weird part. You would think it'd go down in price. He pays like $13 for a 2-liter. Just the other day, he's like, I'm so thirsty. And I was like...
For a Nuka-Cola?
Thirsty? God. That's what I thought. I said, for what? A Coca-Cola, whatever. And he said, no, for a Pepsi. This is how he sounds. I'm going to do his voice. I'll do it. He says, for a Pepsi, I have to have certain ingredients in my Pepsi. And it's not your business. And I was like, who the hell cares? Like, just watch Young Panders. Relax, dude. And he's like this. No, I need the clear Pepsi. It's the only one that'll do it. I just paid $13.94 for a 2-liter bottle. And at this point, I clicked, like, off, but I hit the mute button. He talked to me for, like, I don't know. I went in the other room. I left my phone. I came back. 34 minutes had gone by, and he's still talking. I picked it up. I was like, hello, Dan? He goes, I thought you were still talking. And I was like, I got to go, dude. I got to go water my plants or something. I hate his guts. So I hung up on him. But anyway, he buys clear Pepsi for like $15. If you can find him on the internet, friggin' sell him clear Pepsi. Just buy one for like $3. Sell it at 40, 50. Who cares? I hate him.
It's the guy who's selling it to him. Is probably a millionaire by now. He's got a basement
full. That's
of
what I'm saying. And he's an idiot.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know. Move on to tonight's big topic, which we will spend boatloads of time on.
Wow. We've got 17 minutes.
It's this. I even nicknamed it because...
Nick named it?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Nick named it, folks. It's called Big Sexy Data.
Oh, yeah, sexy data.
Not neutrality, question mark?
No, yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Internet Freedom Act.
We're going to talk about big data and a little bit about internet freedom and net neutrality.
Sure.
We're going to sum it up in probably less than 15 minutes.
16.
I think we're going to give up.
Ooh.
Oh, good. I was looking at the wrong page. Whew.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not at all. Anyway.
Do you want to start the origin of data?
No. Did you?
No, I'm just thinking out loud here.
2002, I believe, is one of the graphs I saw.
Whoa, that's digital data.
Yes.
Human
digital data started in 2002. And it started being collected and crafted and... So Vsauce did an episode on how he's a big friend of the podcast.
Like transmitting data?
Well, how you can destroy data.
Oh.
It's hard as shit. You think it's easy?
Define what your data is first, and I'll disprove you.
Let's say it's on a hard drive. Let's say
Uh-huh.
it's on a computer.
You can. Oh yeah, because there's a little remnant there. You got to rewrite it like 16 or 17
Always
times.
a remnant. Well, and if you just delete it off your hard drive, and then empty your recycle bin, like
That
it's gone.
It's still there. It's the page file.
It can be put together back by someone who has the
Forensics.
knowledge
Yeah.
and the wherewithal.
That's what they do for people who murder people, and they search.
Yeah.
They search how to do things, and they save documents, and then they recycle bin it. But computer forensics.
It's not gone.
It's still there. This just has like a little pointer. Points to a file, and what you're deleting is the pointer to the file.
Really? I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm. So all the bits are still there. You just have to read them directly from the whole hard drive.
Either way, he mentioned how it was kind of a pain in the ass to delete. Even simple searches, files you save. I mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
But if someone wants to, they can probably piece together, with technology, especially future technology, not necessarily technology we have now,
Yeah,
but
it's
maybe
like-
in 5, 10 years
like
even.
Blockchain stuff. Like you have once you do one transaction, it gets spread around. It's like 5 maybe blockchain elements, like nodes, and then after that, it's everywhere. It's just you can't delete that stuff. It's what's the
Did
word?
you know
Immutable?
Twitter was cataloging everything to the Library of Congress for a while?
Everything to them, like what they tweeted towards.
Every tweet was cataloged into the Library of Congress, I believe. They literally announced, I want to say 1 month ago, that they stopped. Because it's all garbage.
It's
and
worthless.
they're wasting space. It's worthless. But even those things, if you delete your tweets or whatever, I'm sure they can still find it. I went through a period of my life where I got off to some tweets, so look up some pornographic Twitter stuff and just look at it, have a good time, and then look away.
You're talking
That's
about
it.
Tumblr, right?
No, tweet.
No, well, Tumblr's the pornographic Twitter.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. But either way, like, that stuff's on there forever, right?
Yeah.
What was this move? Who are you doing that to? Who? Is anyone
I was looking at myself in the corner.
Oh, okay.
I love-
You were doing it to yourself. I understand that, actually.
Yeah, I just masturbate to pictures of myself.
I'm raising your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. Ooh. So that's going to be stored forever on the cloud.
Anyway.
So when I'm a politician, I'm running for president. President Dan Wisniewski, and they'll bring up the picture.
It's just you raising your eyebrows at yourself.
Not elected.
Anyway, an old college roommate of mine, Tommy the Fox Flowers,
Oh, flowers.
he used to call data dater.
Dater.
Dater, because he said it in his dad's voice.
Yeah.
It stuck with me every day. But big dater always contains, they break it down to the 5 V's. Did you get into this?
I did not get into any of this.
Volume, variety, velocity, variability, and veracity.
Okay, so let me reiterate there.
Volume is quantity.
Yeah,
How
quantity.
much. Variety is the type or nature of data.
Mm-hmm.
It could be goddamn how much birdseed a goddamn bird eats.
Yep.
It could be how many drone strikes you dropped in Syria. It could be how many miles per hour Zdeno Chara shoots a puck.
It's
I really don't
the
know.
package. What's in the container
Sure.
you're trying to?
Package is extremely important here. At the Panders, we love packages.
Mhm.
Send us all your package pics. Anyway, velocity is the speed at which it's gathered,
Mm-hmm.
or the amount that it accumulates over time.
Uh-huh. So we're up to triple V's. Now what's the quadruple V?
Variability. This one's interesting. It's the inconsistency in data, where we run into outliers or
Oddities,
differences or
quirks.
obsolete things, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And the
Lastly, it's veracity.
pentuple? I don't know what the 5 is.
Veracity, which is the quality
Truthfulness,
of the
yeah.
information you gather. Most of this data from big data, which you'll hear that word thrown around like Big data, big data, big data. Like that's wherever it gathers them. Aerial, smartphones, cameras, RFIDs, microphones, wireless sensors, software logs. What? That's interesting.
Software logs. EULA.
Hold on. All of that describes the unpander.
Oh, tracking your eye movement.
That's what we're doing, folks. We're tracking you. We're adding you to big data. Right now, watching this, you're getting added to big data. How you feel like that, you piece of shit?
Yeah.
Us broadcast this, we're adding to big data. How do you feel about that, you piece of shit?
It's like Google can figure out like what you watch, what you like, and
every
then they
time
can
I
figure
slam
out
my
your trends.
fist, it changes the camera position. I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, they're tracking everything. If you think about it, Google is
Every
like the
click.
biggest search engine in the world. They can just track every interest in a stock, and then they could decide if a stock's going to go up or down based on how many people search for it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Data controls the world.
So big data, which incorporates data from how many people are buying 32, 34 jeans at Urban Pipeline, and how many secret messages are being traded between ISIS members. It's all big data.
Yeah.
It's a lot of freaking information. Or how many bowel movements you have and you post online. I don't know.
Well, they could track your phone when you go to the toilet, right? If they can hone in right there.
What if you're a serial killer who doesn't even take his phone to the toilet?
So what if you applied for a job at Google and Google looked at your history?
Check your bowel movements.
Yeah. You spend 15 minutes on the toilet. It's above average.
Trip,
Yeah.
which is twice a day. Interesting.
Interesting, yeah. They're looking down, looking up.
I'll tell you what you look at in the toilet. No, thank you. I'll leave this interview right now. Have a good day.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about big data is that it doubles every 40 months.
Wow, that's a lot of data. And that's not even
So
beginning.
hold on, that's starting in 1980.
Yeah. Moore's Law.
Interesting. Good call. So 2012, they estimated that 2.5 exabytes of data are added a day.
How does
What's
it go?
an exabyte?
You got terabyte, petabyte, exabyte?
Maybe.
Is that the order?
So 2.5 exabytes a day. It broke it down to 2.5 times 10 to the 18th.
It's a lot of...
That's data. I mean, you're also taking into account teenager Zangas, YouTube videos where Logan Paul shows dead bodies and points to them and everything and laughs. Hey, shout out Paul Logan or Logan Paul, whichever his name is. He's a big fan of the podcast. We totally agree with everything he does except the dead body stuff. So if you're following him, follow us.
I'd like to specify that I was correct. It does go terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, and then yottabyte.
Well, that's interesting because by 2025, the entirety of information we have in big data will reach 163 zettabytes.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Is that a large number? What's that?
That's 1,000 to the 7th. I don't even know how large that is. I can't even... No one ever talks in zetas. I can't wait till we get to zeta.
Wait,
Zeta
what's the
stone.
next one?
Yotta. Which is not going to... They got to change that name before it gets to Yotta. Someone please change the name.
Why?
That sounds terrible. Yottabyte.
I mean, it does, but are we going to reach it anytime soon?
In our lifetimes.
So people ask me all the time, every day, what's wrong with big data? What's it do? Well, it uses all these things to form their own algorithms. It forms patterns. It guesstimates what's going to happen.
Saves everything forever.
The idea is it's a future predictor. Ultimately, correct?
Yeah, and you won't have any choice. It'll be predicted for you.
Interestingly enough, I find that big data goes the way that I predict, or the way I treat sports science, which is also big data. Do you do sports science? Do you Corsi?
Yeah, Corsi data, yeah. When that person's on the ice with the other person.
Right, how many shots they
chance,
generate per second, per...
Get Hattie. Put Hattie in. He gets
It
in
has
first.
to do with their partners who's on the ice, difficulty of opposition. Like I get it.
Moneyball,
Like
baby.
this is all very good information.
Mhm.
We're talking hockey right now. They do it for football. The PFF website does it great. They do an amazing job. Baseball does WAR, wins after replacement. They got all different kinds of stats. Like it's crazy. It's like this is awesome. This is great. But at the same time, what it boils down to is you're telling us what all the information you got gave you. What all these, even big data gives you is past data.
Oh, let me jump in right here.
Go ahead.
So one of the things I've been looking at lately is stocks. So stocks have, immense
Past
possibilities for making money. Yeah, historical
crazy,
data. None of the historical data really applies to the stocks. And they have these crazy things called, you ever heard of like candlestick symbols?
No friggin' clue what you're talking about right now.
So it's essentially like what the price begins at, what it varies, and how it ends. And like it's green or red depending on whether it goes up or down, and like the extent is like the high or the low. So they have certain symbols called like these weird Japanese ones like a marabuzu or a yoshimi or something like that. And like if you have
100%.
if you have a certain symbols in a row, it means some things. So like all these people are analyzing all the big data to figure out if it's a marabuzu or if it's like they all like
Going up, it's going up.
Yeah.
This always means it goes up. 90% of the time it goes up.
So they buy on these crazy symbols that are all historical proofs, but it doesn't mean anything in the future. Necessarily.
What's interesting about what you just said is that one of the coolest thing I think of physics and science, and science is you don't have to lean into the mic to say.
I love it. I love leaning in.
God damn it. One of the coolest things about science is the observations and the patterns you therewithal gather and see and break down, and you can see what's going on. The problem is your observation actually changes the physics.
If you're influencing the system, yeah.
Exactly. You looking in influences what is happening. You're looking in never happened before. It is happening now. Guess what? That changes the system. This happens especially in stocks. Number one in stocks. Think about it. Oh, well, the pattern shows this, 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 this. Well, let's react on this. Guess what, motherfucker?
Someone else beat you to it.
On this, or several dozen people start reacting on this. Well, guess what? There's a way to beat that. Flush this and go to this and do this and subsidize this because everyone's doing this when they see this. And you're like, holy shit,
It's way too big of a flow diagram to figure out.
Exactly.
It's the human nature.
Well, and that's what I find funny about the people who do sports analytics on baseball or hockey or whatever. It's like, did you know, usually he does so well with his X pitch, Y times, that this happens and this happens. Well, if everyone else has his data, as I were, Mr. Tell Me the Foxflowers, you've literally changed history. The person can see this now, can see this new data, and react to this. Everything's different. Not to mention, big data is very good at predicting things, except for what's called outliers, which is things that are so far beyond the mean that they skew the entire information set. Oftentimes, data collects most of the mean information. Most of the information they collect is from this big cloud. Well, it's really hard to gather all the little dots that appear outside, farther away, and like little dots that are, because they're ridiculous. It's like, who does this? Who does that? That never happens except once. That's ridiculous. Well, that stuff can happen again. It very well could happen again. And it skews the data to the point where it may change how big data goes. Just an interesting fact.
So
where are you going?
It made me think of
the. You're typing up a storm. You're typing it. I can feel you.
I was looking at. I think this is a Vsauce thing. Is that there's a There's a website called the Library of Babel. I don't know if you heard of this.
Okay, I don't know.
It's every word combination that you can think of already laid out, so that if you type something into it, it's already on some page on the internet, and it exists. So I'm going to write
Did they already do it? Hold on. Unpanders.
This already exists.
Sucks off their cousins' farm animals. Go. There's no way that's there.
So what is it? Cousins.
The unpanderers sucks off their cousins' farm animals. There's no way in hell that's real.
Let me see. I don't know. It has me multiple options here. So give me a second.
I think it's a no. I think it's a no-go.
Unpanderers sucks off their cousins' farm animals, written on page 372 of 410 of... Man, it has like a ridiculous number, but it's in here. It is literally written in here.
It's written.
It's got in every sentence known to man, in every combination. So you can search for whatever you're looking for, and it will tell you like it's almost like a QR code and then the page. So it has every combination of letter.
I'm gonna beat it.
Yeah, and that was on BBVRRVUXNT page 374.
No, it's on that page.
Yeah. Huh. Yep. It's great. It's just amazing that data can consume every possibility. It's just like a matter of time before you hit that possibility.
But what's the use of all the possibilities that don't get hit? Does that make sense?
If you could lay something out in a mathematical scheme, then you could...
Like, could I have added brothers into that sentence? My cousin's brothers, farm animals, sex, whatever the hell we said?
Sure. It's going to be in there.
Hold on. No, and it'll probably be a hit because they probably did that. But what's the point of having the brothers one if I didn't bring that up today?
If the library is defined by a mathematical formula, then the formula is less than a page long. So if you send that to somebody, say they're aliens on another planet, and then you reference what that is, then they can decode what you said, and they can figure out the unpanders suck off their cousins' farm animals.
Really? Folks, we don't suck off any farm animals. I just really thought that would be the farthest thing from
reality
this page could find.
I hope this gets transmitted into the universe so that aliens are like, we're looking for the unpanders here. We've got some farm animals.
We got some farm animals here that need sucking off.
Yeah, we've been waiting. We traveled light years. But that's the whole point, is that you can define things simply.
Enough, this might lead to my next problem.
Oh.
So big data makes a lot of mistakes.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it does. There's a simple book called Anatomy of a Fly, something of a fly, something a lot of bio majors buy. They looked up this book. It might be Fly Instinctual. I can't remember, dude.
Can't remember.
Anyway.
Fly Anatomy? No, I don't know.
Well, Amazon would create its own algorithms to price these things.
Really?
The book was $35.54, right? You had to buy it for school, whatever.
Fly in the Room Anatomy? Taking root to fly?
You could probably find this online because anyway, this is a famous case.
Yeah.
The book was $35.54.
Uh-huh.
Well, one algorithm screwed up, and they ended up selling it for $23,698,655 if you wanted it.
Fantastic. Did they sell any?
I believe no.
No.
No one's Amazon card is approved for that much, which is a real problem. I wish it was.
You'd think the limitations would say you couldn't price it beyond what
you
would
would
pay.
think. But apparently there were two competing bookstores that were always selling, and one always said sell at .984
more than the other guy.
Right, and what happened is I think
the other one did the same thing.
Went out of control. I don't know. I guess. So hold on. This is also interesting because do you remember Keep Calm and Chive On?
Oh yeah.
So they make a million shirts with like whatever. Just keep chive.
That used to be a huge
drink
site.
Coffee, keep calm, and
kind of like
have sex with that
soft
goat,
porn,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, well, an algorithm made just random generic keep calm and blank on shirts.
Oh yeah, I love this.
Everyone lost their shit when "Keep Calm" and "Rape On" became like a real popular shirt, and they were like, "Who the hell made this?" And they were like asking Amazon, they were asking all these people, and they were like, "No one made it. It just generated itself." And they were like,
An algorithm.
"What do you mean generated itself?" And they were like, "Well, it was random word association, and eventually that's a hot button word. So eventually rape showed up," and they were like, "So you were selling rape shirts?" And they were like, "We didn't sell anything." Yeah. But like,
we just made a profit off of it.
Right. So big data, it does that with YouTube videos. Does your kid watch YouTube or no?
Oh my God, he has a tablet now. He got one for Christmas.
Yeah.
He's had it all of maybe about a week, and I find him going into like Russian stuff. Like somehow he went to a different language.
Always be careful what they're watching.
Yeah.
But like,
it's weird
most
stuff.
Of it's
though.
harmless, and it's like, who cares? Like, but it's funny because these algorithms that people make on YouTube.com or wherever the hell it is.
Trying to figure out what you're going to search for, what you want to see.
It's a user, right?
Yeah.
Well, they will include a big hit is a child song, Spider-Man, Elsa from Frozen. They'll name like 3 or 4 or 5 things.
Yeah.
And they just combine them into this nonsensical formula, and the computer does the rest. It makes like a 5-minute video where they sing.
Yeah.
Who's the finger, daddy finger, or like they just make a song that's popular among kids, and then that's the whole video. And they figure it'll get so many hits that they make money on it.
The daddy finger one I've seen.
Sure.
The one that freaked me out the most is that he went to some Russian one that was talking about colors, and it was they were coloring eggs, but it was like it even though the text was in Russian, it would say the color, but it would say it like at a whisper. Yeah. So it'd be like the color red, and it'd be like I can't even hear what the hell they're saying, but that's the only word they're saying is red. It's like it's just computer automated.
Keep your eye on what he's saying.
Yeah.
Most people think it's like some evil conspiracy where they're like inserting stuff to pervert our kids, like sex with animals, or like whatever, like just weird stuff.
Just mess with your mind.
It turns out is it's mostly big data saying, X, Y, Z make a profit. Just combine them all, X, Y, Z, L, J, K, L, 4, 7, and it's never been done before. But guess what? Check it out. Kids will click on it, and half the time our kids do. So
it's almost like the computer generated Harry Potter. They made a chapter, and it's almost it's understandable.
Harry Potter-ish.
Yeah, it
really.
Talks about weird stuff, and then there's some strange things in it, and it almost sounds like it was written by a human, and we're getting really close to like having AI just generate stuff for us.
Well, here's the thing. I will say, to sum it up, because this is as far as we're going to go. We're not going to get any further. We've reached our time limit. But what I will say is that computers do pretty good at
mimicking
the average.
Yeah.
People are always talking to me like, computers are going to do music, man. They'll do a top 40 song. Like, check this. We got a random AI. We gave it controls. We were like, yo, make a song that's top 40. And I'm click the link, and I'm like, oh, shit. Robots made music. And I'll listen. It's the most generic, boring-ass, awful song. And, like, really, I wouldn't like it, whatever. And I'm not an average person. Like, I don't like top 40. I like weird-as-hell stuff. And I'm always like, good job, robot. You made an awful song. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit of me that smiles that part of me is still an outlier. And I think as long as humans are alive, there will be outliers. So machines will never be able to do everything. Even when they do something perfectly, it's not perfect. Do you follow me?
Oh, yeah.
So that when they make a top 40 song that's like, this includes all the things humans love. A sick beat, a 4/4 syncopation, lyrics that include dancing and life, and my parents don't understand. And it's like all these things, and like a computer will print it out and just play it, and it's like pretty good. And you're like, that's pretty good for a 14-year-old girl. And they're like, this is the most advanced robot in the world. And you're like, it sucks. I was being nice because I was a girl from 14 years old. Like, there will always be.
Yeah, there's a separation there. They're just like...
Right. Like, I respect that they're doing good and getting better and showing promise, but I don't think it'll ever catch up. I
Yeah,
could be
because
wrong.
humans put in stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like the little I was listening to Collective Soul, and they do like a ooh, and it's just like that. Why do
The
you?
Collective Soul reference here on the Panders.
Yeah,
Collective Soul, big followers of the show.
I don't know why they put that in there, but it's so catchy that a robot will never figure that out. I don't see how a
Right.
robot would say like, "Oh, I'm gonna mimic human vocal cords to make noises that a human would like." It's like you don't know. There's no way.
And again, this goes back to what I said about sports science, whatever, and all that. Big data, all this information is all of our history up till now. What happens after the now
We change.
is almost never 100% history repeated. It's always different, isn't it?
Yeah, except war. War.
No,
comes.
even that. War changes. I mean,
Well, it's a little
war.
technologically advanced, but
I mean, you could tweet a war happens and it would happen, right, Donald?
yeah.
Okay.
Push the
You know what I'm
button.
saying?
Push the button.
Push that button,
How big's that
Don.
button?
Donnie. Anyway, folks at home, we want you to push that like button.
button. We didn't even go over net neutrality. Are you done for the day? Are you done?
Yeah, we're not doing net neutrality.
Oh, we're cooked. You got to go
We're
shovel
going
the
9
snow
hours.
off
We're
your
done.
driveway.
We're done. I don't care about net neutrality. Hey,
We'll come back. We'll come back.
Quick
Pajita
comment
pie.
for Ajit Pajita, whatever his name is.
Pajia. Pangea pie. Mother effer.
Listen, FCC chairman.
Do you want to hit that? Because
It's real quick. It's
I
just
know.
it's a minute and it's 32 seconds long.
32 seconds long.
That usually means traffic. Isn't.
Instead of focusing on this, the city wants to get into the internet business.
Oh,
Hold on.
Fort Collins,
$1,000.
Colorado.
Just yeah. Yeah, you saw this?
And if it loses money, our electricity bills could go up.
Instead, we should invest in public safety.
Or affordable
Affordable housing.
No, on TV.
That's the internet.
Anyway,
Wow.
That's it. Hold on. So, net in honor of net neutrality, because apparently everywhere you look on the internet, I know this sounds crazy, they're against net neutrality on
What?
the internet.
What are you talking about?
I know.
What are you reading?
Oh, they're for net neutrality.
Yeah. I was like,
I use the wrong
jeez.
term, but I think it's hilarious that everywhere you look on the internet, they're for net neutrality.
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
Of course they are, but of course they are because it's the net.
The
you're
internet.
looking-
Because people have no idea what it means, really. When you talk to
Right.
normal people, they're like, "What? Why is this bad?" I was like, "Don't you
Well,
know
that
anything?"
commercial I just showed was released by people who are against net neutrality.
No shit, because they're probably like Comcast
Hold
has like
on.
$1 billion invested in that.
Exactly. It's funded by Comcast, I believe. It's called Priorities First. You shouldn't worry about the internet. Look
Priorities
at
first.
the traffic here.
Yeah.
Someone says, quote unquote, in the episode, in this 30-second clip you just saw, my electric bills could go up. I don't want that. Which is not based in any truth. It's people who are like, we got schools to worry about and stuff like that. And it's like, you're not even
Bunch of
talking
jerks,
about net
man.
neutrality. It's the most generic thing I ever heard. And then there's a scene where like,
Means traffic.
What
they're
about this
sitting in-
traffic?
There's like, wait, there's 8 cars sitting in traffic. Literally 8 cars. I can count them.
Not even on the highway.
It's like, yeah, and they're like, you don't want the internet to be like this or something. And it's like, this is the most
Oh,
awful.
the scariest
crap.
thing is that all the people who own
Oh
the
wait,
pathways.
they also they turned off their like dislike meter
Oh.
and comments are disabled. I think it's the funniest damn video on the internet. Quick shout out. I wrote down the name. If you want to go there, dude, I would comment on their actual homepage. People are commenting off. It's really funny.
What disgusted me was that literally the other day I was looking at AT&T's website because I was going to change my service.
Oh,
And
what did
I
they
was
say?
sitting and waiting for the website to load. The provider that I was paying for. And I was just like, you don't even have like an unlimited access to yourself. Like you're going to be in control of everyone's internet and just screw it up for everybody. And people don't understand that net neutrality is more about restricting pathways and then making you pay. Like it's going to make the consumer pay to get to all these different areas of the web.
Right. Like they're saying, you have to pay to have a YouTube, pay to Twitter, pay to this, pay to this. Everywhere I look on the internet, and this is not a knock on the internet so much as just like this common knowledge. Net neutrality is we need it. It means that everyone who has a website, who has
you can't
internet
limit
service,
the poor.
Exactly. It basically says internet is a human right and that we need it and that it shouldn't be throttled, charged extra to go to certain websites versus others, and that certain services, whether it be Netflix or YouTube or whatever, shouldn't be throttled also. They can't stop us from going there because that's not part of our package.
That's not part of the package, yeah.
I'm an internet service provider. That's not what we do. We do everything but YouTube and Netflix. Excuse me.
The thing that drives me the most crazy is, well, there's two things. Is Ajit Pai, the guy who's the FCC chairman, he makes jokes about this stuff, and he's being paid off by Verizon and Comcast, and it's literally becoming that a corporation. No, well, yeah, he himself is a meme, but the corporations of America are owning our politicians. They're making the choices for everyone. It's just, it's terrible.
Listen, it took me a while to find these 3 bars. It was arguments against net neutrality, like in favor of a deeper
what are the ones against? I'm curious.
It took me a while because I was Googling this and it was all these things that weren't really against it, and I was like, well, yeah, these make sense, but I'm looking for the argument.
The only thing I've heard was like infrastructure, like it will allow Comcast to build more infrastructure, which
is untrue.
I've read that they were given money to build infrastructure and they haven't. Like they've given like $500 million to do it, or maybe even like $500 billion to build infrastructure, and they never did.
It deprives us of choices, and it lets the government control the internet, the big bad guys.
Why is this? See, that's the problem. Is there's so many permutations of bullshit out there that people are like, I'm confused. I don't know how to vote.
Right, and the confusing nature of the net neutrality we're for, not against.
Yeah, like they named the act that killed net neutrality the Internet Freedom Act or something.
Right, it's all about wording, because then people are like, well, I love freedom on the internet. It's like, yeah, of course.
It's like support net neutrality. Let's vote for the Rape Babies Act. It's like that. What? How is that? You sons of bitches.
100% agree.
Yeah, let's not. I hate. It's going to change the world.
Do you think it's going to keep going, or do you think it'll eventually get stopped or whatever?
I think every democratic government that gets put in place, and the next leader will probably say net neutrality is back on, because it's a democratic thing. The Republicans are just trying to suck money out of it, so it's like Trump doesn't. He has
not to
get political.
We started this podcast 6 to 8 months ago, saying we really wanted to stay out of politics.
Yeah,
and we were like trying not to go on either side or the other. But would you say the people that have the least sex with their partner is Republicans?
They're more about the other issues. I'd like to focus on the other issues here. Is Anthony Weiner, is he Democratic or is he Republican?
He's Republican. He was part of the net neutrality thing. He
definitely wasn't having sex with his partner then.
Not at all. Well, to find his partner. But anyway.
His partner's his penis. Wiener's wiener. Where did we? Sorry, I got off track because I got emotional.
It doesn't matter. We're getting.
Yeah.
Dan's emotional every time he talks about wieners. But anyway, we're gonna call it a night.
We are. I feel like there's something else with net neutrality there.
So we could go an hour.
It's probably more and more, but you're tired. You gotta shovel some snow.
Snubble show. So anyway, folks, we're glad you tuned in tonight. We're friggin' glad you listened or whatever. I hate you.
Yeah, thanks for listening. If you've made it this far, which most of our listeners don't,
was here.
Till Dan make it this far, I think.
We friggin' glad you, folks. We glad you.
We like you. Yeah.
Oh, we like you. We like you a lot.
Have a good night and support what doesn't exist anymore. which is net neutrality.